Thank you so much for joining. My question for you today is, what are the most common mistakes you see B2B startups make when they start link building, and how can they avoid them?
Oh, this is a very good question. In general, I would say always it's the lack of experience, of course, because like link building is not just like a marketing channel itself. It's a niche in the
Hmm.
SEO channel itself. So basically, founders or marketing team leads they have a lack of experience, and I would say like there are, if you say I have to name three common mistakes, the first one would be um, that they don't have a clear objective, because
Hmm.
most of the times they don't even know which URL should rank for which keyword, and then they have a keyword set. In case they have a keyword set, they sometimes don't know where to focus on, which is basically a very easy answer to easy question to answer, because you should always put the focus on the keywords where you make the most money with. Yeah, and of course there are some obstacles sometimes. For example, if the competition is too high, then you may focus on low-hanging fruits, maybe a keyword that doesn't bring you like the highest margin, but maybe it's easy to
Hmm.
rank for that. So I would
Hmm.
say point number one is like they don't have a clear objective or not a clear strategy for their URL structure and the keywords.
Yeah.
Second one, they buy basically the wrong links. Yeah, and
Hmm.
by the wrong links, I mean I see it every day. Like many companies think they need a lot of backlinks, so they go there with their amount of money that they have, yeah, set for this specific marketing channel, and they go and they buy many cheap links, a lot of them, like links for 100 euro, 200 euro, and they just, yeah, try to get as much links as they can, and
Yeah.
this is like a very big mistake that I see every day. And
It's a bit like in the times when you try to like put all the keywords in your page, right? To really
yeah,
um,
it's
get as
basically
many keywords as possible on one page.
yeah, because the problem is like SEO. There is no real best practice in SEO, and nobody
Mm.
tells you what is the best practice. So there are so many people that have different opinions about it, and um, there might be a person telling you you need a lot of backlinks. You need to put all
Hmm.
the backlinks on your domain. Then there is another one like me that tells you, no, you don't need a lot of backlinks. You just need the right ones. Of course, this is easy to say. You need the right ones. Maybe I have
Yeah.
the. Maybe I can explain this a little bit further in the next minutes. But like in general, to come back to your questions, they buy the wrong links because they think they need a lot of links, and then they buy
Hmm.
links which in the end don't bring you value, because Google or other search engines are not stupid, and they see that. And if you have an unnatural link profile and they see that you buy a lot of crappy backlinks, these
Hmm.
backlinks won't work. So as a solution, you should focus on high quality backlinks, less but high quality, and this really
Hmm.
value. And we see this every day. Yeah.
So basically, like quality over quantity.
Yeah. Especially nowadays, in times of like where everybody can publish content as easily,
Yeah.
like with ChatGPT and stuff like that. There are many websites or many publishers that just build websites. They put AI content on it. Then their websites get traffic, but in the end, this traffic goes down as fast as it increased, because
Hmm.
Google at some point sees, okay, this is unnatural, and then they punish those publishers. And these publishers often also offer cheap backlinks. And yeah, I see many customers come to us and say, "Hey, Julian, like our performance was great. Like we fell down in performance. What's the reason?" And
Yeah.
most of the time, it's the over usage of AI. Yeah.
I mean, which makes absolutely sense, right? If you buy like crappy traffic and people come to your website and immediately leave the website again because it's just not relevant for them, then it's also like just bad signs for the overall user experience, and in the end also for the search engines, I guess, right?
Yeah, because the search engines, they see if like a user is like how long the user is on the website.
Yeah.
The longer he's on the website, the better the signal is, and he's longer on the website if the content is good. And if like the user is on the website and he sees a content wall like this, as we know it from past days, yeah,
Yeah.
this is a very bad signal. And like, imagine like you go to a website, maybe you can go to a website for running shoes, for example, yeah. And all these companies, they still have these big SEO content. And what happens? They try to hide them at the top of the website. They
Yeah.
hide them. Yeah, you see this every time. And yeah, you can still do it. Yeah, but I think times are over where that worked well. And yeah, this is good because don't get me wrong, like AI is a great tool also for SEO, but it
Yeah.
should be used in the right way. And in the right way, I mean, you should use it like, okay, more than a sniper. Like you should use it like
Yeah.
specifically in order to get better results, not to get results. To say, yeah.
I think that's a good point. Maybe we can come back to the whole AI and geo topic a bit later. But I'm super curious, like what would be your third big mistake that you're seeing?
Third mistake, I would say, measuring the performance, because like, for example, I see many agencies, for example, that that tell you, oh, you have a great performance because our new blog post generates like 10,000 traffic or 100,000 traffic. But in the end, blog post is maybe value zero, because
Yeah.
what brings really value is traffic on your money keywords, on your money pages. So you should basically focus on these ones. Yeah. And you should, if you measure the performance, you should try to isolate them from the rest
Yeah.
of your website. So basically, when you do SEO or link building actions, you should think about in the first step, which URL or which keyword I want to focus on. And then you try to isolate this for this specific time horizon in which you try to get better results. Okay.
Yeah.
And once you do that, you can really, really, you can say if this was working or not. And if you like, I see it often, e-com brands or like software as a service companies, they go to agencies, and these agencies, first thing they do is they create a blog. Yeah, then they create a blog, they write blog posts with AI. Yeah, these blog posts rank, but in the end, these blog posts doesn't bring any value. So
Yeah.
then it's easy. Then it's much better to think about how I can make the content on my money pages better. And then I start link building, putting these links to my money pages. And then you can also try to do some internal linking with blog posts. And these blog posts maybe, give you some more relevance, because they also write about topics that are relevant for your ideal customer profile. But
Yeah.
this is a common mistake I always see. They like companies are not able to measure their performance, and it's basically pretty easy if you have like a tool like Ahrefs or Systrix, like the common tools. You can do it easily, but you can also do it like roughly with a search engine, and this is completely for free.
Yeah, I think that's a very important point. I guess like a lot of marketing teams struggle with like measuring the right things, right? So they see those big numbers and traffic and whatever going up, but in the end, what really matters is like the qualified traffic and
Exactly.
the traffic that actually converts, right? And that's what you're saying. Like focus on that what really matters, that what brings revenue, and like leave everything out for now.
Yes, and this is like a crucial point what you just said. Like you should really measure the money you make with the SEO efforts for your money pages, because like when I come back to link building, I just made a post about that recently. Like every ad company or every ad agency measures your performance. So you see the impressions, you see the click-through rate, you know your conversion rate in the shop or on your website in general, and then in the end you can measure like the performance. And nobody does that with SEO. I don't get that. I don't get what, because it's not that, but it's not that not that hard to do that, because
Yeah.
once you know, like once you isolate the performance of the URLs you strengthen, then of course you know your conversion rate on the website. You should have it, like especially like if you run a company, you should know how many people buy, like how many from 100 people buy your product. You should know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you know that, and if you know how much traffic you received for these URLs, and you know your margin of the product, you can basically calculate pretty easily what SEO brings you.
Yeah, I think that's a very good point. Yeah, a very good tip, especially like how to really get that return on investment calculation. Yeah.
Exactly. And the thing is, you do the effort once, and then you get the effort like month for month for month. It's like a more sustainable thing than like running ads, because for ads, like you pay, you receive. But for SEO, you pay, but then you receive a lot more. It's like
It's more like a long-term investment, right? Because like ads is very short-term. You put money in, but as soon as you cut it loose, you turn off the ads, then yeah.
SEO
there's
in
no
general
more.
is a long-term investment. That's true. But as soon as you have like a solid foundation, and as soon as you rank for the keywords that you want to rank for in good positions, but not maybe in the top 5, where you really receive the traffic, then link building is like the boost. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Then it's not a long-term thing. And then it's just like Google is just waiting for this signal from external sources to validate that you are the right one. And once
Got it. Yeah.
I can show you like numerous examples where it's just that. So if a company comes to us, yeah, and we do like an analysis, we basically check only if the fundament is there. And once the fundament is there, like it's great to buy links. It's great to buy links, because then it takes you like less than a couple of weeks. Like it basically needs some time until Google, sees this external signal, and then your traffic goes up as soon as your domain rating or your domain authority goes up, which you basically.
I think that's also a very good point. So basically, you can boost your SEO, like SEO efforts with like strategic link building, right? If I got that correctly.
Yeah.
Is there, from your experience, is there any case where like a B2B SaaS or tech company should not invest in link building?
Yeah. Of course. So link building, don't get me wrong, link building is not for everyone. It's very important that there should be a budget for that. Yeah. Because it's not the most secure income stream, because you don't because like Google and other search engines, they don't tell you what you need to do to rank. So first of all, you need a good supplier for that, or you need a lot of knowledge about that. And if you don't have that, you should focus on like, maybe running ads in the very first beginning, maybe Google ads, maybe Meta ads, depending on your target group, because you need from my point of view, it's better to have a steady income first, a steady income flow. And once you have that, you should take a part of this, and then you start investing into SEO and link building. Okay. And
Got
then
it. Yeah.
and then the portion of that gets bigger and bigger, because you have a new revenue stream again. Once you have that, then it makes fun. Then it makes real fun.
Okay, so you kind of like then can reinvest that money that comes from the link building into like new strategic link building kind of.
Yeah, like I give you an example. Last week I had like an e-com brand in one of our calls and strategy sessions, which we offer companies that want to have a session. It's like basically 50 minutes, and then in these 50 minutes we try to measure if the foundation's there. And the foundation was there. They never did link building. They did some SEO internally, but They pay like 100,000 euro every month for Google Ads. Every month. So I told him, dude, just take like a small portion, take 5%, invest it in SEO and link building, and then you can start smoothly. And once it works, you can see that you can invest more and more. And yeah, we started the collaboration now, and I'm so sure that it will work. That in 6 months you will tell me, Julian, was the best thing. Thank you very much, because this is something that we often see. Like people don't know when to start, or people are afraid to start because they have a lack of knowledge, and nobody tells you how to do link building. And this is a very niche topic.
And if you like, maybe a very like hands-on tip for like founders who are quite early stage, just started with SEO, like at one point, and maybe also with which budget should they start link building, or is there like this one, event or stage where you say like, okay, now it really makes sense. If you accomplish that, if you reach that, then think about link building, and before that, just leave it out of your head.
Very good question. So if I answer that, I would say the foundation should be there. So your website should be technically in a way that search engines are ready to read your message. Okay, you can use a tool like Screaming Frog, for example, for that. Like there are so many tools in order to check that. Just need to Google that.
Yeah.
And the one that does the best link building is on top one. No, but like first of all, you need the foundation, and the foundational side is like the technical side, and then the content side. So first of all, your website needs to be technically good. So also you need a good page speed, for example.
Yeah.
Furthermore, you need the content, the right content, so that the search engine understands what you are doing. Then you need to track that. And once you see that you start ranking for your main keywords that bring you value, bring you money. Once you see that, you can maybe wait a little bit until you see that there is a
plateau.
Yeah, there's a plateau. And once you feel like there's the plateau, you can check the SERPs, you can check the competition, and with tools like Ahrefs, we can see what your competitors' backlink structure looks like. Once you do that, you get like a feeling for how much need I to invest in order to get in the top positions. And then you can go there, for example, build the same backlink, build another backlink, which is the same, and get another very good backlink. And just like a very easy example. And then you can get like in the top position for a keyword. Yeah. Depends.
Got it.
Yeah. So it's better to try to rank for a low-hanging fruit first. Yeah. For a keyword where you get like easier in the top positions, and then you can reinvest the money into more link building. But in general, I would say this is like the best way to do that. First rank, then wait for the plateau, and then you can start investing. And when you ask me how much you should invest, depends on the competition. But in general, it's very important to build the first links on your domain, like on the foundation, because link building, you can see link building as like as a house. Your domain is like the fundament. The areas above the fundament are like your category pages, for example, if you have like an online shop, let's say. Yeah. And then like the first floor is, for example, category for running shoes in this example. Yeah. And then this area, this floor has specific rooms, and each room is maybe a brand for a running shoe. Okay.
Got it. Yeah.
What you need to do in link building is as if you buy a house, you need to strengthen the fundament, which means you should put the first backlinks on your domain. Then Google, okay, this website is relevant. And what happens is all the rooms above, they will profit from a good fundament. So the rankings will increase. When you have the good fundament, then you start link building on the floor, so on your category pages. If you don't have a category page, you can start straight away with the product, with the product page. And once you have this, then you can go higher and higher and make it more tight. Okay. And this like is a natural link profile. Very, very important. So that's basically how it works.
That's yeah, super clear. Thank you so much for explaining that. I think that absolutely makes sense, and yeah, shows like how important it is to not start with step 3, but start with the foundation and really
Yeah.
yeah get get the hard work done first before you go fancy.
Yeah. The easiest
So
way, the easiest way also for SaaS companies, if you have a SaaS product and like the product is very simple, maybe mind map tool. Yeah. You should only put like you should focus on your domain, your start page directly on the main keyword. If you do that, and if maybe your domain is a exact match domain, so maybe you have the word mind map in your domain, which gives a very strong signal, and your start page, your domain is optimized for the keyword mind map tool, then you will have best results, and then you can start straight away with the link building to your domain, which is also your product page in the end.
yeah.
This is like the best way. This is like the best way to rank on top positions, and the best way for low marketing costs when it comes to SEO.
Also, very very nice tip. Thank you
Because
so much for that. Yeah.
people think they need a big structure. They need a blog. They need this. No. Times have changed. Like if you have a very simple website with a very with a good brand, maybe
Yeah.
we see the best results. You can also check our website, Link Broker. We just optimize for backlinks kaufen, which is like the German word for buying backlinks. And we don't have a huge website.
Yeah.
And we're ranked 1 in Google. And we did this in less than 1 year.
Speaking about times that have changed, my last question for you is like, what role does link building play for geo? So for like AI searches and how to optimize as like a software as a service or tech company for that, how to get ready?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So yeah, as I said, the rules have changed a bit. So if you rank in Google, that does not mean that you rank in ChatGPT or something. First of all, it's very important that you understand that like ChatGPT, they don't have like a very great source of resources. So basically, they scan Bing, and they also scan the content that the users typed in the machine. So it's a little bit manipulative. You can manipulate if you rank there. But what we experience is that brands are winning. Why brands? Because in times of AI, where everybody is able to produce content very easily and quickly, like Google needs to check who's relevant. And so how does Google or other search engines see if you are relevant? They check if you are a brand. They check if you post content on social media. They see if you have good revisions. They see if you have a solid website. They see if you have great backlinks. So signals from external sources, because these are typically the ones that are most hardly to manipulate. And this topic, brand building, gets more and more relevant. And I'm lucky that link building is like the key to build a brand, because like, when are you a brand? You are a brand. Everybody is talking about you, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And when everybody talks about you, it's the same. It has the same effect as if you have like a backlink from an external website, because this website is talking about you and it refers to you. So it's the best signal you can have for a search engine.
Got
But
it.
last thing, we are in a state where we actually don't know like that this backlink or this backlink or this backlink is like the best for the search engine, because like the evolution is so fast. Nobody knows, actually nobody. But we do it that also. we 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 type the, for example, I'm getting back to the example. You have like oh no, let me take another example. You have like a software as a service company for restaurant software where you
Mm-hmm.
can book tables with. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
pretty common software, and there are lots of suppliers for that. What is the question that your user is typing into ChatGPT? He will type, "What is the best
Yeah.
restaurant reservation management software?" So it's so easy, and then you just need to answer exactly this question without putting a lot of keywords in. Just answer the
Mm-hmm.
question as good as you can, show relevance, show authority, maybe show some insights or examples. Once you do that, you will win, because yeah, it's pretty much what happens there.
Yeah, that's super valuable. Yeah, absolutely makes sense also for me, you know, like I think that's yeah.
There are these 5W questions, and if you
Yeah.
are able to answer these, it's basically not that hard to rank there. Yeah.
Super valuable, super valuable. Thank you so much, Julian, for all the insights and this like overall, yeah, just view on how to do link building the right way, right? So
Yeah.
much appreciated.
What was a pleasure. So last thing, I know I talk a lot, but last thing, link building is important if you want to build trust. Yeah, trust for the people, trust for search engines. Once you build the trust by link building, you get authority. When you have authority, then it's easier to rank. And if you already rank, you will rank better. That's the essence.
Great. Thank you so much. I think that summarizes it very well. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.